What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Off the Couch Boxing. I'm your host, Reckless Rex Ruger. That's the Alexis Arguello puppet. We're back with another banger. My guest is here. We're jumping into it and chopping it up right now. Let's get down to it and let's go. I'm excited. You're excited. We're all excited. Let's do this. Shouldn't be speaking on behalf of everybody. Maybe you're not excited, but I'm excited. I'll be excited enough for all of us. Jeremy.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's going on, man?
I appreciate you doing this, man. Appreciate it, man. Thank you, man. It's and a pleasure to meet you, man.
Same. I think it's storming outside, so it's a little dark.
Yeah, I'm in upstate New York, man, and it's pretty ominous looking here too right now.
Yeah, it's storming bad out here. We got flooding. You know, I'm in New Orleans, so we floods.
Yeah. So, hey, man. So first of all, man, usually when I start these things, I usually like to kind of go back to the beginning, man. So for people that don't know you, man, like how early on did you get a pair of boxing gloves on? How early did you get into the game?
I didn't get in early. That's the problem.
No.
If I did, I'd have been a world champion by now with millions of dollars and living life. You know.
Yeah.
But I started boxing at 20 years old.
Wow, that's pretty remarkable, though, man. I mean, all things considered, man. And so, what was the impetus for getting you into boxing at 20 years old? How do you find your way to a gym at 20?
I didn't know about boxing in New Orleans until I graduated high school. It just so happened that my auntie next door neighbor was training my little cousins.
Okay.
And I was graduating at 18. Well, I had just made 18, and I went to college for a little bit. And then when I got out of college, I just stuck to training. I wanted to, stick to sports. And right then and there, fell in love.
Was it something that kind of came naturally, you, man? Like, did you have hands before? Did you kind of know this already?
I knew how to fight, but street fighting and boxing is two total different things.
Sure.
So I had the heart for it, and I learned the skill and mindset of it.
And now you have fought. Correct me if I'm mistaken here, man. At lightweight as well as super featherweight, and kind of in that bracket. Where do you feel the most comfortable, man? Where do you feel like is really your wheelhouse?
I would say 130. I don't walk around too heavy.
Yeah,
like the 35 pounders do, because at first I never knew, I didn't, I'm learning as I go, me and my team, as far as the ins and outs of dieting and rehydrating and all this and all that. So
yeah,
I'm good at 130.
And now you're coming off a pretty big, I guess, what boxing journalists and boxing media would consider an upset. I've had Malik on the podcast 2 or 3 times. Malik Montgomery, your most recent victory.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like going into a fight in that role, like as the quote underdog?
Do I like it? No, I'm tired of it.
I've
done it so much. I'm sick of that shit. I'm tired of it. I've done it so much, but it's just so happened to be what it is. I understand the game and my place in it for now, because I'm coming out of New Orleans. It's not a big boxing town. Even when I made number 4 in the American amateurs after fighting Frank Martin and Delonte Johnson and Charlie Sheehy, and we having good fights and close fights, and still coming out and having to prove myself, is just like, it's just been part of it, bro.
Now, where do you feel like, because I usually ask this question because, you're 32 years old currently right now, but because you did get the late start, where do you equate like where you are right now in terms of like your athletic prime? It used to hear that a guy was in his prime when his body was younger. But then I get a lot of guys on here, man, who are older, and they've connected a lot of the dots up here, which kind of, obviously changes the landscape too. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes your physical and your mental prime don't always kind of match up. Where do you feel like right now as an athlete and as a fighter you are at 32 years old?
Oh, man, I feel spectacular. I really do. My mind. So I really always felt as though if without making my own hiccups, can't nobody stop me. And once I learned the science to it and my body matched my mind, and I'm unstoppable. So I feel great. I feel perfect. can't nobody mess with me. I really do believe that. You know, I'm in, I guess you could call it my prime, and I'm only getting better until it's time for me to call it quits for myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And now recently, man, I don't know if you're aware of this. I'm sure you probably are, man. But outside of a draw a couple years ago, man, you're on a nice winning streak, though, man. 6 or 7 fights, 6 or 7 fights in a row. But I want to get your opinion on like how you like when you come away from a fight with a draw, which is essentially a tie with another man in a fight. You know, what I mean, it's very confusing or whatever. What do you take away from a draw? What does it feel like to you? Does it feel like a loss? Does it feel like a moral victory? Like, what's a draw feel like when you're man?
To me, in my situation, my draw felt like a robbery.
Yeah,
like they honestly didn't want to give me the win over that guy on that night in that environment. But if you go back and watch it, or if you find footage to watch the fight, and everybody who's seen it online, even the crowd there was going with the decision because they knew there wasn't no draw. I was robbed of a win. So I was told, I guess, to kind of put it at ease. If you get a draw in somebody else's hometown, you pretty much won. They just didn't want to give him an L.
Yeah, that makes sense. And
bullshit, but you know.
Yeah. Well, obviously, man, people that are familiar with boxing, familiar with the sport, you know what I mean? Like, obviously we do still see, and it's unfortunate, we do still see a lot of shitty judging and a lot of shitty scorecards.
Oh, yeah, man.
You know?
Hell yeah.
It's one of those things I don't know, like, if boxing has the answer for it. Like, I know they're flirting with, like, artificial intelligence judging, and I don't know what the answer is. I think it ought to be maybe, like, ex-fighters, somebody who did it on some type of level, even if it's amateur.
Right. It's to me.
Just lost your camera.
No, yeah. Oh, you can't. Hold on. I'm trying to fix it. How do I fix it? There you go.
Yeah, I don't know what the answer is, man, but I'm sure you can understand, though, that obviously, man, you fight the fight of your life, and as you say, you are in somebody else's town, come hell or high water, you're not going to get the decision. It does change things for you going forward. It can change your financial fucking stake going forward. It can change, future title fights, future big things happening for you. So it really can change the trajectory of a guy's career.
Yeah, definitely.
Not for the better.
that would have been that fight was for a title.
Yeah.
That fight was for a title. It was the WBA Latin American, I think.
Yeah.
And I fought the guy, a Latin American guy on Latin American night in Orlando, Florida. Bruh.
Yeah. Right.
I was only
yeah, you know what you're gonna get there.
Yeah, enough was said within that.
Yeah.
And if you look at his face to my face to tell the tale of the night, and to get a draw, I was heated. That's why, I kind of was mentioning DZN and all these other let me see boxing entities about giving me my dues, because that was BS. That was best. And as far as, like you say, with the judging, I do believe they gotta have something done. Something gotta be done, because although judging is based off, I guess, that judge's personal view of the fight. Like, some people like to see a certain style of fight over another style of fight. Because if we talk about boxing, like the actual meaning of boxing in the art of hit and not get hit, then there's the judges that like that. Then that who would score that as a winning round, compared to the judges who like to see action and pace and fight.
Right.
Who may give that person the round. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if it should be more judges, or like you say, ex-fighters, or people who have the actual experience. I don't know.
I like the idea of two guys fighting being judged by at least somebody, though, that's have some fighting experience and have done it and know what it's like to climb through those ropes. I agree. Even if you didn't reach the pros and you were just a really good amateur, maybe you won some golden gloves. You know what I mean? Like, maybe you accomplished some shit, but you know what it's like to climb through those ropes and mix it up with another guy, instead of having these, and I'm not going to pull up anybody's name, but you have these like 65, 70-year-old guys that have never been in a confrontation in their life, and they're sitting there,
you judging the fight, right?
Yeah, and you're sitting there deciding, and you're sitting here deciding these young men's future,
Yeah.
It's a lot of responsibility. And it affects you drastically going forward. Paydays, all that stuff.
Right, because at the end of the day, it's a business.
Yeah.
It's a business, and the way the sport is now is all about your record. So you know how the game go. If you got this, like, no disrespect to Malik, unblemished record, and so you scouted as to be all this woo do the woo whatever, but then you run into somebody like me who had at the time 21, and I had 3 losses. Don't matter.
Yeah.
3 losses to whoever they, my stock was under his clearly.
Yeah.
But if you look at the talent level, you feel me? So
yeah. One thing I want to get your opinion on. I've had, several months back, I had Keyshawn Davis on here. He said that, I was asking him about guys at 135, his weight division, and he was commenting on a guy that you've shared the ring with, Raymond Murataya. Said he was quote only a C-level fighter. You've shared the ring with him, man. What would your assessment of him be?
Not no C-level fighter. Raymond got skill. Raymond,
yeah.
Every boxer, every person that step in that ring have something that somebody else could spot to see to capitalize on. That's why we take the fights.
Right. And I get it, Keyshawn. Keyshawn's supposed to say that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. You know what I'm saying? And he probably feel whatever type of way within himself. But you ask Raymond Martell about him, he may feel like, man, I knock him out. Or you know how it'll be back and forth.
Yeah.
But sharing the ring with Raymond is nice. Raymond has skill. He's not. It's not like you about to go in there against and just walk over him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You gotta come prepared. Because Raymond got the skill. Raymond got the skill to make stuff happen. Everybody get caught. Everybody get hit. You know what I'm saying? I shared the ring with Raymond Martell. I shared the ring with Nair Albright, who fought.
I've had him on too.
Yeah, who fought Keyshawn, and
he fought Keyshawn.
He caught Keyshawn the overhand. So if you go off whatever, everybody's susceptible to get hit with something. So
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't but that's that man point of view. It's whatever. It's whatever they think. But I could say Raymond Martell, if you look at him, he has been cutting up.
Yeah.
Don't act like he just ain't been doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? So.
And while we're on the topic of guys currently doing it right now, from a fan standpoint, who are some guys that you enjoy watching?
Shoot. I watch Raymond. I try to keep up with him because I really won't fight him again.
Yeah.
I watch Keyshawn. I watch all the top prospects who are exciting. The names that's up there. And I keep an eye on the people who are on the undercards too. That's in my weight class because they have some good fighters that I got to see who will eventually try to prove this up, or I might run into. So
Now obviously weight classes exist for a reason. There's a difference between putting on the weight and being able to perform at the weight. If we see this fight at the end of the year between Bud Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, how do you see that shaking out? Your opinion?
My opinion. I can't go against Bud because he's proven over and over and over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Over and over again. Even when he stepped up to what that was middleweight against that guy, and it was a good fight, but he still pulled it out.
Yeah.
He probably didn't knock him out, but he shows the skill. He showed that he can manage in that class. You know what I'm saying? He got that dog in him, and he got dog, but also it's Canelo. But at the same time, it depends on like you see, age and fact of things. Crawford got the footwork and double sides of fighting. Canelo got the precision and punch placement and power too, and that just wet people down. So, but if I'm gonna say what I lay on it, Bud win, and if I was to do like a percentage, I say Bud. I'm gonna say 65-70. It's gonna be, it's either a 60-40 fight or a 65-35.
Yeah. Very close though. Very
Yeah,
close.
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
very close fight. And
And now,
I'm giving Bud I'm giving Bud the edge.
and now you, for your weight, man, are very tall. I mean, your BoxRec has you listed over 5'11".
Yeah.
Now, do you feel like do you feel like in your career, because you did start late, you haven't had a lot of collateral damage at 32 years old, you probably still, if wanted to, have a lot of fighting left to do. Will you explore other weight classes, and what do you feel like your ceiling is? How high could you go?
Oh shit. Mm-hmm. I don't know why. If I can gain weight, I can
Yeah, you
gain
can't.
weight.
You're lucky.
If I could gain weight, but I can't gain weight, so I say take over 130. Uh, take over 35.
Yeah,
Hopefully later. If it depends on how fast it go, because I'm not trying to be Bernard Hopkins fighting. I'm not. I'm just not. If God allow it, and I feel good enough to do it, and got the skill to do it, like Behab did, I might. I might, but personally, do I want to? I don't want to be fighting at 40, 42 years old. You know what I'm saying?
so you
That's
have thought about this, right? So you have thought about an exit strategy.
yes.
Have you narrowed it down to even a specific age or a specific number of fights that you'd like to have before you exit the sport? I mean, have you thought about it that calculated?
I haven't thought about a specific number, but I did think about the age. But the age thing goes off me seeing the fruits of my labor in the sport.
Sure.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I
Yeah.
put so much, I put 10, 12 years of my life into the sport. I want to see something come from it. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able, I got into the sport with the against all odds and say this is how I'm gonna make a living. This is what I'm gonna provide for my kids by. And I love this. Like I love what I do. So I want to see my hard work and dedication pay off. Literally pay off. I don't know if I'm about to be Floyd Mayweather money, but if I do, thank
Right.
God. Like you know what I'm saying.
Right.
I want to be able to. I want to live comfortably. I want to
Yeah.
live comfortably to be able to provide for my kids. You hear me? And shit, that comes with who knows what age. But I would like to see shit by 36. I always say about 36,
Yeah.
37. I started late and I feel good.
Yeah.
I feel good. You know what I'm saying? So by 36, 37, I make the money. Yeah, I may in a belt, I may take a walk. But if not, if I feel like I still got more to go, I'm gone. I got, man, look, who gonna stop me till I stop myself? Who gonna stop me? You hear me?
Yeah.
So
Right. And now, have you given thought as to what life after boxing looks like? Do you feel like you're somebody that will always keep a foot in it? Are you interested in, promoting, matchmaking, training, anything like that? Or will you make a clean break and do something completely different?
I think I'm more of I won't do promoting.
Well,
I
that's a
won't
headache.
do yeah, I won't do
It just seems like
promoting.
a headache.
Yeah, I'm not that dude. I'm not. I don't want to deal. I don't want to deal with promotion. I won't do management. I may train kids. I think about that all the time because a lot of kids in my city look for me in boxing, and even I may help them. Train some kids now. You know, but I'm talking about really training. I train just so kids can know the sport. I don't train to throw them in a competition. I'm not a coach. I'm not
Right.
there. I'm not there
Right.
yet. But afterwards, I might. But other than that, I'm breaking free. Like I'm gonna still be in boxing as far as like watching, going to fights, and participating. But my once I'm done, I'm gonna be done. I just want my money ventures to take me elsewhere.
And what was your amateur career like? Because you did start so late, man. Did you have a very lengthy amateur career?
Uh, between 60 and 80 fights.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Standard. Yeah.
but I was moving. I was moving. Like
Right.
I said, I fought Frank Martin. I won ringside. I made it to number 4 in America. Fought Delonte Johnson. Fought Charlie Sheehy. Yeah. I was active. You know what I'm saying? I came from out of nowhere and made shit happen. I had to. Fuck, I was late. you know?
Yeah. Yeah. You feel like you're making up ground.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
And so you seemed earlier in the conversation that, like, when I asked you like about coming in as the underdog, you almost seem like a little aggravated by that, man. Like, does it bother you to not be able to kind of like flip the script and say, hey, for once I want to go into the fight and be like the A side?
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. That's why after the last fight when I beat
Malik?
Montgomery. And
Yeah.
they interviewed me. I told them, I see y'all keep putting me on the B side and keep having me as the underdog on these bet cards. Y'all gonna get y'all money because y'all gonna stop playing with me because I am an A-side fighter. I'm an A-side fighter. I don't care. It's because that's the business of the game. That's the business of the game. I done proved myself. I done fought all the fighters that other people ain't fighting. I done showed y'all over and over I could beat whoever. You know what I'm saying? Now it's my time. Now it's my time. You hear me? Now it's my time. I got the fan base. I got the charisma. I got the talk and all that because I am who I am. But now it's my time for me to be in the driver's seat because, man, y'all ain't about to keep using me to try and gatekeep or prove if your fighter that you signed really like that without getting me out the deal. You hear me?
Right. And obviously there are certain advantages. Like I've asked many guys on here, man, in terms of the Lamont Roach Tank Davis fight, there are certain advantages to being the A side. There have been many guys that have come on here that said if that's Lamont Roach taking that knee, that's probably scored a knockdown. But because Tank is the A side,
Yeah, the A side, the face of boxing, as far as looked at by minute, the money man, it's a lot go into that. A lot go into that.
Yeah.
A lot go into that because be real.
Yeah.
Be real. Let's go, nigga. I mean, I'm stopping because I got grease in my eye.
Yeah. And so if you're across the ring, man, like you're seeing that, you're thinking, I've just scored a knockdown.
Oh, for sure.
You have to be, right?
Especially if my punch just landed right before that. Oh, yeah.
And what did you think about that fight? And what did you think about that fight? Even though it wasn't scored a knockdown, how did you see that fight shaking out? Because there were a lot of people that have come on here that said even without the knockout, that many people still felt Lamont won.
I say it should have been a split to a draw, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well, it was a draw. It was a draw, of course. But I definitely gave it a split to more Lamont to me. I didn't see Tank winning that fight. I seen him have his moments of taking over and pushing on, but I also seen Lamont fight back. So overall, I think Lamont beat him on jab count. I think, the numbers.
And explain a little bit about, and I'll probably mispronounce it here, man, but explain a little bit the history and the origin of the nickname.
Oh, Zereaux or Gumbo? Which one?
Yeah, I'm thinking of. Well, see, I was gonna throw the little New Orleans flair on it. I thought it was Zereaux.
Yeah, zero.
Yeah.
It's like the number, but you just spell it that way. Yeah.
And now, why that for a nickname?
Oh, that's my nickname.
Okay, it's always been a nickname.
Yeah, for years. Yeah. And it's just like, who else? Who called that? Nobody.
I know. You're right. And what was the other one? Gumbo?
Yeah, Gumbo.
Now that one kind of makes sense being a New Orleans guy.
Yeah,
that one I get,
Yeah. The gumbo come from just off me talking off the head and people ask me what my style like. And I was like, I don't really have no style. I feel like you can't classify me. I'm a pot of gumbo. I mix everything and make that mug look good. So
that was gonna be my question. So out of 22 wins, 13 by knockout, man. So I mean, so you wouldn't classify yourself necessarily as a knockout artist. What do you feel? You're more like a boxer puncher, tactical boxer?
I give myself a boxer puncher.
Yeah.
I give myself a boxer punch. I like that. I like punches, gloves. I hate padded gloves. I like punches, gloves. I like to feel my punch. Like, I know it may sound crazy, but I do. Like, if you look at my hands, sometimes after my fights, my hands be bruised. But I like that because that let me know
you were landing some shit.
Yeah, I was sending them bitches. So I like that. I don't like the soft padded gloves because what I'm protecting, I'm in here to hurt. I'm in here to hurt somebody. You hear me?
Yeah.
So, and I'm gonna get my knockout count up, my numbers up. It's been a while. I'm gonna get my shit up. We gonna get that. I just don't go in there trying to force a knockout because the last time I tried to go in there and just was trying to force a knockout, I ended up losing. So I'm not doing it.
Now, you did make mention of having like the total package, and certainly charisma goes along with that, man. Obviously, we see a lot of the build up to a fight, a lot of hyping the fight and selling the fight with guys engaging in online and in person at weigh-ins, press conferences, trash talk. Is that an element of your game, or are you pretty much all business, or do you like that part of it?
I mean, it depends. I don't really do the online stuff. I don't know. I find that shit funny.
You're not gonna be Twitter beefing with anybody.
Yeah. No, I don't even be on Twitter enough to pay attention to that shit.
Yeah.
Like, So I be feeling like maybe I need somebody to like they have somebody to run social media accounts. Like I need somebody for that because I'll be on Instagram. I see that, and there was sometimes some dudes was trying to troll and all that, and I laugh and I'm a joke. Like I'm a joke. I'm a New Orleans dude to the heart, so I'm gonna run it with you. But just know I'm gonna beat the fuck out you when I see you. Like
Yeah.
there's no like certain thing, and that's I feel like certain things is just I understand selling a fight, I understand all that, but some dudes really be trying to take it there.
Yeah,
And
very far. Yeah.
yeah, and some like I grew up like this place I grew up in really ain't we don't play like that. So like you go to talk about my daughter and all this and all that, I'm liable to bat the fuck out you, clean
Yeah.
up. Fuck this fight, but we gonna fight right now. That's
Right.
what we're playing with. But
Yeah.
other than talking shit about me and all that, we about to run it. I'm about to joke, I'm gonna laugh, I'm gonna drive the fuck out you. And then when we fight, I'm like pending fights, I talk shit mid fight. For
Yeah.
people who was thinking it, I'm gonna talk shit mid fight and drive you. Like, so it's fun. It's fun to me.
Yeah. Yeah. And so where are you and your team when you're discussing like where you'd like to be as far as like the timeline for being in the world title fight picture? Do you feel like it's possible that we see you in those big fights in 2026?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Projected from what we have planned for ourselves. Yeah, yeah. And now I watch Navarrete. I'm gunning for Navarrete. I'm
Yes.
not playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gunning for Navarrete. I'm gonna take that belt.
And now, without giving away too much of the game plan, like why zero in on him? Is there something specifically? You don't have to give it away or whatever. Is there something in him specifically that you see by calling him out specifically by name?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we watch it. I mean, I know I got some working before with Shock, but we done. That's gonna come.
Yeah.
But Navarrete, I seen, I seen, and
Navarrete was not. He was just on a couple weeks ago, and he was not having an easy time.
yeah,
He was not. He was not having an easy time.
yeah. It's past couple for, but not even just based off that. If you look at his fight style, me watching his fight style and how he come, I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
See, now I'm in a ballpark to where I can start doing that. You
Yeah.
heard me?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I want it. I want it. I feel like beforehand, my skills were overlooked because of my ranking or however the fuck this shit go, my notoriety, my popularity or whatever. Even though I always had even at 135, I made it to the top 10 on box rec. I made top 10 box rec.
Oh, the rankings are very confusing to me. I'm always confused by the ranking. I lost your camera again there. I'm always
Yeah.
confused by the rankings, man. I never understand it because I'll look at the rankings, the actual rankings, and you'll see guys, and I'll have guys on here that'll be undefeated. And I guess a lot of it has to do with the strength of your resume or whatever. But sometimes I'll just flat out see guys on there with like, are you ranked in the top 15 with like 3-4 losses, and it just makes me scratch my head, you know?
So I feel like on my end, I fought Raymond Martala. That's my
Yep.
only one loss. Who's number one in his respective class.
IBF. Yep. Number one.
I fought Nair Albright at 35, 135. These are all 130. All my losses came at 135.
Yep.
Nair Albright, Raymond Martala, and Steven Ortiz at the time, who was a prospect. And, so my losses came to close fights and great fighters.
Yeah.
So you can't take that from me because I fought them and we fought great fights. It wasn't just no blowout. These were great fights. So I feel like my losses should have power coins behind them and be respected because nobody else beating me. Nobody else did beat me and will beat me. And even then, you take me, you give me my proper time. We gonna fight it, But the rankings, I feel like even then, people without losses, some people who don't have losses, but they ain't fight nobody. It's been padded records.
Right.
Got
Right.
high rankings, and it's like then you run into somebody that's your first test, and you don't pass your test.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And so you feel like when you're gunning for a belt in 2026, that's going to be at super featherweight, that's going to be at 130. Where do you feel like that's going to be?
130.
Yeah.
Yeah.
130.
I won't do the bounce around weight thing. Like, God, keep me active, and we don't have a normal like a slow stall year like 24. Like I'm trying to keep rolling off this momentum. I would like to fight 2 to 3 more times this year,
Okay.
possibly, because I know I have another fight with overtime that I'm trying to do. And you see what business roll as far as from there. But who knows? I may get a small title this year and then go for that big title next year.
Yeah.
But that's the plan. Within by 2026, I'm trying to, you heard me,
Yeah.
go for that big boy. You dig? And it's all gonna play its part. It's all gonna play its part. It's all gonna play its part.
Now, like I said, I've had Malik on my show, 2 or 3 times. He's one of those guys that really seems to come at you and really dig in there and want to fight in a phone booth and just like throw lots of punches, man. You know what I mean? Like, what were you able to do that, that 22, 23 other guys couldn't do? Because he came into that fight undefeated. I've had him on. I'm a fan of his, man. I mean, I really do like him. I think he's a great young guy or whatever, man. But he is a nonstop. He gets in there and he throws. He throws leather, man. What were you able to do, man, in order to give him his first loss?
Move and fight him back.
Yeah.
I wasn't scared of him. Not scared of him. Wasn't worried about none of the hype behind him. None of the talk behind him. Once I seen his style of fight, I'm already suited for that. I done fought plenty of times, plenty of style of fighters, and I had just fought somebody who fought just like him, just didn't throw as much, and I outpunched him, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
and so what do you feel like, since you took that controversial draw, or even going back to, let's say, one of your, like one of your last losses, how do you feel like you've grown as a fighter, man? Like, what's changed, man? Like, like maybe say, like, since your last loss, or even since that controversial draw, man, like, suddenly now, like, take that draw out of the equation, man, and you are on a nice streak of winning fights right now, man. Like, what's the formula? What's the ingredient? What have you been doing that's been putting all these wins in the bag?
staying focused.
Yeah.
Staying focused. I'm not letting any outside presences or situations get involved in this. It's boxing first. Everything is boxing first. My career, my path, and my determination because of my last loss. I said after that Maratala, when the referee stopped it, I said I will never be in this predicament and feel this again. So I got my team together. I got my team situation right. I got my dieting and rehydration situation right, because it's all a science. It's all about proper preparation.
Yeah.
It's all about proper preparation and myself. I had to take time and be real with myself. Like, yeah, all right, boom. We about to do this now. And I said that would be my last loss. When I got the draw, that just made it even worse because I know y'all didn't give me a draw when y'all seen me beat this dude. So now I'm feeling like I got a chip on my shoulder because y'all really played me, and I gotta make sure nobody could put me in that predicament no more. Cause how did y'all do that? Why did y'all do that? And since y'all did it, it's fuck y'all. So yeah, now that's how I feel about anytime I'm going into the fight.
And I
Any
love the
fight.
fact, and I do love the fact, man, that you didn't look at the loss as like the end of the world, but instead you looked at it as something to build upon. I'm not going to feel this way again, man. I'm building on this, and I'm putting this in the rear view and moving on to
Oh
bigger and
yeah,
better
because
things.
I'm not dead and my career not dead. I don't care what nobody talking about this. Oh, he got losses. To me, I feel like now y'all should won't fight me. Now I even got more reason to beat y'all because y'all won't fight me now because I'm not, because y'all feel like I got losses. But don't forget who I lost to, because look what he doing now. Y'all act like I lost to Joe Schmo. No, I lost to that man. And I was getting up. The referee stopped. He was gonna have to put me down for me to stop fighting. But it all worked out how it's supposed to work out. I can't change what happened, but I know I can only change going forward, and I did exactly that. I
Is
think
it important to you? Is it important to you? Because it sounded like earlier in the conversation, man. You at least specifically out of your losses, you at least specifically mentioned wanting to see Raymond Murataya again. Is it important to you to get those back, man? Like, do they stick in your craw, man? Do you want you want rematches with all those guys? Is it specifically Murataya? Is it, how do you feel about your past losses?
When it first happened, it's like when it first happened. It's like, yeah, I want that back with all of them. I don't think Steven boxed anymore. I think he had health problems.
Yeah.
They stopped it. Me and Nair are actually friends. Like, we cool. Like,
yeah, I just talked to him. I just talked to him today, and all respect to him. I've had him on the podcast before. He will do it, but he has a big fight coming up that he's really dug into, and he just said, man, I appreciate the support, man. I'll get with you, man. We'll get up after the fight or whatever, man. But I like that he's dialed in. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. He fighting Calvin Davis. So
yeah.
He got a big. He's another one who I respect because he fight with a passion. He got that same mentality. Like, man,
yeah,
gonna stop playing with me because I am what I think I am. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but me and him cool. So I wouldn't like me and him could spar anytime and I could be good with that. But see, Raymond Martala, I feel like I wanted that back because of situations beforehand that I felt played a part in that fight. But also, I feel like it'll be good. It'll be good. I'm better now. I'm smarter now. I'm more, now than I was then. So, But if I don't get it, I'm not tripping. That shit ain't killing me.
Right.
Oh, another way, guys.
I mean, would it even involve, because obviously, a lot of people make the comment that he's at 135, and even he's kind of a big 135 man. Like, would you go to 135 to get that fight, or would you not press it that much? It's not that pressing to you.
Later, yeah, I would.
Later, yeah,
later, I
or
would.
somewhere on down the line, man. You guys will see each other again.
Yeah, somewhat down the line. I'm pretty sure once he do what he do there, 35, he gonna probably go up to 140. So I may be some classes behind him, but who knows later down the line? Cause you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you just don't know.
Yeah, you don't know. But yes, indeed. That's less weight that I gotta cut when it's time to fight. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And so when you're done with the fight, man, I want to ask, man, you're done with the fight's in the books, you've made weight, all that stuff or whatever, man. Immediately afterwards, man, is there a specific go-to food that Jeremy Hill has to have, man? What's the go-to meal?
Chicken Parmesan.
Chicken Parmesan. Is that always the go-to, or is that just something that you like to have once in a while, like after, or is that every fight?
Every fight, most likely. I like the carb load and he soluble proteins.
Yeah.
That's far as food-wise. Of course, there's the drinks and stuff to hydrate and put the fluids and stuff back in your muscle. But food-wise, carb load and soluble proteins, so my muscles and body can take it in.
Right.
Yeah.
So 2026 is shaping up to be a big year for you.
Yes, and I'm not done in 2025. I plan on making even more of an impact 2025 so I could be in place for 2026. You know what I'm saying?
So the fights that are going to happen in 2025, like if you do fight a couple more times, you know what I mean? Like you would like those to be big, impactful fights if possible.
If possible, yeah. I do. I don't want to come off a fight like Montgomery with the hype and stuff that's behind it to go back to club fighting.
Right. It's a momentum builder. It's a momentum builder, definitely. Yeah.
I've had too many. Let's say this. I feel as though I've had too many momentum building fights that I capitalized on and won, and nothing happen off that. So now, like I gotta make. We got to, cause now, why would I let that die?
Right.
And now I gotta start. Like it's like I gotta start back up. I'm back in the club fights and. No. I'm at 26 professional fights now. That's half of 50.
Yeah.
That's not a small bit. Some people don't even make it that far.
That's a lot of. I was gonna say that's a lot of guys' careers.
Yes. Yeah. So no, I'm not about to keep myself in this small ring. I'm not on the chitlin circuit. No, we rolling. You know what I'm saying? No. Yeah, I plan on doing it big and making shit happen. Even if I'm not the main events of cards, I want to be on big cards. I want to make big fights. I want to make big noise. You hear me?
Before I let you out of here, man, let me ask your opinion, man, on a polarizing topic, man. Where do you stand on these Jake Paul events? Do you look at him as a boxer and take him seriously? I know he's trying to perpetuate himself like a boxer, live like a boxer, train like a boxer. People call into question his resume. I don't know if this upcoming fight with Chavez Jr. necessarily helps his resume, but I mean, where do you stand? Like, you know, like when you look at him, man, do you say that's a fighter, or has he not earned that yet?
I mean, I gotta say at this point, I guess he earned it. I gotta say at this point, he earned it. He done brung money into the sport, notoriety into the sport again.
More eyes.
Yeah, more eyes. He definitely helped Serrano and Katie Taylor have possibly one of the best fighter that year.
Yeah.
You know, him himself, his skill wise, he's skill wise, you know, he's mid, beginner to mid, but would you call him a boxer? Would I call him a boxer? Yeah, I guess I could give him that. I wouldn't call him like, you know, I wouldn't say he's just the YouTube guy anymore. That's the title that comes with it because how he started. But being the fact that he has taken it somewhat serious and brung actual business, you gotta give that man his credit. You gotta give.
Feel like, but in the same respect, do you feel like you ever see a world title around his waist?
Fuck no.
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 Fuck
no.
That doesn't happen.
Not at all.
No.
Not at all.
He's gonna make he's gonna make an above average pro.
Yeah. Skill wise, technically, yeah. Do I see him doing a real world title? No. He might pull off, you know, what was one of the PA title belts, like state title or something like
something regional. Yeah.
Yeah, but as far as like no. Hell no, he's not gonna fight. You think not Chavez, because Chavez Jr., you know, we all know he been washed. We talk about, do you think
he's showing up to Chavez Jr. showing up to get the bag for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but does anybody see Jake Paul really trying to, do you think anybody like a Canelo will really entertain this man? Oh,
no.
What other heavyweight, since he's in heavyweight now?
Yeah.
Stop it. Even if you put him against a Deontay Wilder now, do you think he win that fight?
Never. No. I know. Yeah. No. He's too far behind on the learning curve. You know what I mean? Like,
way far behind. You can see it in his style of punching. He, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, he's taking the sport serious enough to really try and put the effort in. He had the money. Let me say this. Let's put it like this. If he didn't have the money behind him coming into the dude, would y'all still be possibly entertaining or hearing the shit he's saying? No.
Yeah, a couple fights and he would have been done without the money. Yeah.
You did without
sure.
the money.
Yeah.
You know, like, let's be real about it. But that's still not to take the away, because you know they got guys, especially in the local spots, who call themselves fighters, who technically, if you look at it, because they register, that's a boxer, but go in there and just be
right.
Little, you're like, you know.
Yeah.
You got to give him a little bit. He's better than that. You know what I'm saying? But he's not. He can't beat, even if you put him in there with Luis Ortiz right now. Like, he can't fight King Kong. He can't fight these real class. He can't. Let me say he can fight him. He can't beat them.
Right.
No disrespect to him.
Yeah. But, I appreciate your opinions, man. I appreciate how candid and honest you are, man. It's been great chopping it up with you, man. For sure, man. Keep me in the loop, man. When shit's on and popping, man, let me know, and we'll do this again, man.
For sure. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
I'd love to have you back on, man, for sure. Yeah, it was a lot of fun cutting it up with you, man. Thank you, man.
Thank you. Hit me up.
Yeah, we'll do it again soon, my friend. Thank you. We'll talk later, man. All right, later. There he goes, folks. Jeremy Hill. 22, 3-1, 13 knockouts, currently at super featherweight, man. Looks like he's trying to hunt down Emmanuel Navarrete, man, which would be a good one, man. Hey, has shared the ring with number one IBF guy right now, Raymond Murataya. Been in there with Nahir Albright. Just hung an L on my guy, Malik Mayhem Montgomery, who's been a friend of the show and been on here many times, man. So just congrats on all Jeremy's success, man. He's really on a roll, man. Really got putting together a nice streak right now, man. And really looking forward to seeing him do amazing things, man. Sounds like 2026, even the rest of 2025 is shaping up to be a big year. Like I said, Jeremy Hill, man, on a roll right now, man. Happy for him. Happy to have him on here. Great conversation. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me get to promotion mode because I got to do it. Jeremy got in here so quick on me, man, that I didn't get a chance to keep you guys in the loop with the 411 on how to stay tapped in with Off the Couch Boxing. First of all, make sure to like and follow Off the Couch Boxing on Facebook. You'll get updates on new episodes, who will be on those episodes when they drop, and any other big boxing news that I can put up there. If it's popping off in the fight game, I will keep you informed. It'll be on the page. And of course, if you're watching right now, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. This is, of course, the home of the most amazing and real boxing conversations anywhere on planet Earth. You guys know how we get down here. Legends, luminaries, world champions, and fighters on the come up. They come here to chop it up with your boy, Reckless Rexx, which is why we are the undisputed, undefeated heavyweight champion of boxing podcast. And the good news is you too can be a champion. And the formula is very simple. All you got to do is stay tapped into Off the Couch Boxing. That's it. That makes you a champ. Continue to stay tapped in with this podcast and continue to roll with the champs. Peace.